In the fast-paced world of music, it takes something truly special to make a mark and just capture the hearts of fans within a matter of days. Well, DJ Zinhle and Cici have achieved just that with their scorching new single, Thula. The track has quickly become a banger, topping digital platforms and igniting a wildfire of excitement amongst people. Now, this morning, we're joined by both ladies to share a bit more on the release of their single. Ladies, a very good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome.
Good morning. I think our song is the wildfires they've been speaking about and warning people about.
And yeah, wildfires it is, and you brought the morning live stage on fire. And I see our fire hydrants have been on standby. How are you ladies doing?
Good, how are you?
Good to see you. Good to have you on the show.
Amazing.
I mean, your collaboration, ladies, is nothing short of extraordinary. Your amazing songwriting skills blends in perfectly well with your undeniable talent. So how did this collaboration come about? I mean, seeing that you are both well-established artists in your own right. So who approached who? Zinhle?
It goes down in the deep. I'm the one that approached Zinhle. I think we've obviously had a conversation before that we wanted to work together. You know, and our whole thing was always, you know, when the time is right, you know, it will definitely happen. And I guess Thula was that time where I approached her and I said, listen, I wrote a verse. What do you think? Would you like to collaborate with me? Yeah. And instantly she was like, listen, this is the one. So
let's do it.
That's how it happened.
I mean, why Zinhle? What is it about her that you saw, or what qualities that you saw, that you knew that, you know, it'll just go a long way?
Besides the fact that she's like one of the best DJs in South Africa, number one DJ in South Africa. But I'm always intentional about who I collaborate with. And if you listen to her catalog, her music is very intentional. It's very storytelling, uplifting. And so I love that about her. You know what I mean? She never just throws a song out there because it sounds good. There's always a message behind, and I thought Thula, you know, contained that message, and I thought, yeah, she'd be the best person to work with on this song. And
Zinhle, not only is your music intentional, but I see it's sort of emotional and it's storytelling. Why is that? Was that intentional?
It's always intentional. I make music for myself all the time. I always say this, I make music that I like so that I can stand up for it when it comes to bringing it to people. So Thula is one of those songs for me. Okay. And I always said I thought Indlovu with Loisa was my favorite song, but Thula now is like taking over. So yes, I'm very intentional about my music.
So when you make music, do you, like as you said, you make music for yourself, but how do you know that it'll hit us, the followers, and the consumers of music in a particular way?
I mean, I've been in the industry for 19 years and I've learned a lot just by performing for people and just understanding what they react to and what they like, but also just being with Bonga and Murder and his understanding of music. I think we've merged that, and he's taught me a lot also about, you know, how you make music and who you make it for and how, you know, it moves. But again, I'm very intentional about the music I make. I want to make music that brings hope to people. And if it becomes big, that's an extra. But I want music that is intentional, that is timeless.
And having broken into the music scene about 19 years ago, you broke into a male-dominated music industry, and you wanted to do things differently. And it turned out so amazingly, hey?
Yeah, I mean, I started 19 years ago, but I still look 19. That's a bonus. It's been great, you know. The industry's been very kind to me, but like any other industry, you know, it requires a lot of commitment, a lot of hard work, and I think that's why it was so easy to work with Cici, because she was committed, she was on time, she was intentional, she was just so easy to work with. So the song just came from a pure environment, and this is what I always fight for.
Cici, is there a sound that you are exploring? I mean, you are onto something really, really amazing.
I think I'm continuously exploring as an artist, and I think that's how you grow and that's how you continue to stay relevant and in the eyes and ears of people. If you listen to my first song, which was Runaway, it's like an R&B song. Then I moved to Afro. Now I'm doing, you know, house and amapiano. So I'm just continuously challenging myself because it's so easy to get comfortable in a place where you're not growing. It's easy, it just comes as second nature. And also the song that I did with Zinhle is more was 3-step than it is amapiano, you know what I mean? That also is like me trying something very new. Because when I sent the song to her, it was in a piano vibe, and then she was like, listen, I want to try a 3-step version of this song, and let's see how it worked out. And yeah, people are loving it.
Do you think it's challenging yourself? I mean, you call that challenging yourself, or are you simply moving with the times, with the evolution of music?
I mean, I think it's challenging myself because I
Okay.
think not everyone can make that transition, and
yes.
it is as easy. And I remember someone says, be in the music industry and not in the amapiano, the gospel, the Afro pop, the hip hop.
That's profound,
so
eh?
if you are in the industry, you have to continuously do things, that challenge you.
Yeah. So, Zinhle, I see that you finally managed to get the song back into iTunes. Why? Why, Vele? Why was it removed from iTunes?
We just had problems, man. There was a few disagreements with our former partners. We won't say who because I don't want to.
Yeah, we don't want to.
But even in just fighting for the song to be back online, we were very intentional about not making it a dirty thing. So we were clean about our message online to say that we're just trying to figure out how we can get the song back up. It was frustrating because the song came out, it was charting as anyway.
Right,
and
right.
then a few days later, the song is gone.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
We were almost robbed.
Almost. I mean, Cici was saying.
We're getting ready with our hashtags, eh?
Hashtag they
Hashtag bring back.
Well, you can make it up to us now by just streaming the song as much
Yes,
as possible so
definitely.
it can get back on those charts.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So we are now wrapping up Women's Month. So what would you love to say about, those music artists out there who would love to be where you are, who would love to break into this music industry? Cici?
Be committed, be on time, stay hungry, stay humble. And I think what I'm saying was just reiterated by experiencing working with Zinhle, you know what I mean? She's very down to earth. She's always willing to share knowledge and assist, and she's humble.
Sure.
And she's hungry. Like the other day, she was like, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm overbooked, but I just got this job request and I don't want to say no because, you know what I mean? So she's still hungry, and I love that about her.
And that hunger, Zinhle, I mean, how do you juggle your music, business, family life and everything, but still manage to look 19?
Oh, right. I guess when you look 19, you have to act like you're 19.
Right.
With all the energy. But I think the biggest thing for me is support. And I always compliment my team for that. I have a very committed team that understands my vision, that understands how hard I work. And I think people actually do not know how hard we work. We
Yeah.
actually work very hard. And it's so nice to have a team that understands that and that supports that. So the strength, in parenting comes from the support that I have from my husband, from the team, from my family especially. So, I've been very lucky.
All right. Any another collaboration on the horizon?
Hopefully, because they kind of almost ruined this one for us.
Hey, sure.
So so definitely, I would love to make it up to Zinhle and to the fans and do another mega song. So definitely.
All right, Zinhle, I'm going to throw that Women's Month question to you as well. What would you love to say to women who would love to break into this industry?
I think what has worked for me is consistency, commitment, and authenticity. When you do things that you love, it becomes so much easier to commit. So make sure that whatever you're doing, it's something that you love. You're not doing it because you saw Cici doing it or someone else doing it. Just do something that you really like, and things become easier that way. Hard work is still a big part of what we do. Consistently working hard. You learn from failures, you get up, you try again. It's been 19 years and I'm still learning.
Yeah. And I suppose the most important is, how to deal with the toxicity in this industry. Because we know that it's a cutthroat industry, it's a dog-eat-dog world, you are on your own. So how would you deal with that? I mean, just advising those upcoming artists how they should do with it.
I think it's different from different people. I have accepted the things that come with the job that I have. And that's why sometimes I worry mostly about my family because they didn't sign up for that. But I signed up for it, so I understand that it's part of the industry that I'm in. But acceptance has helped me a lot. Just understanding that people will share their opinions, whether they're valid or not. And that doesn't necessarily mean that that's who I am. So that's why it's important to know who you are when you're going into this industry. You need to be sure, you need to love yourself daily, because people could confuse you about who you are. They could really confuse you.
Definitely.
Hey, ngoba bathi, man. All right, ladies, absolutely beautiful chatting to you. Thank you so much for your time, eh?
Thank you
so much.
Really
Thank you
appreciate
for
it.
having us.
Good stuff.